Thanks to the support as a channel member, Ragey Peep. Well then, folks, it all comes down to this. The knockout rounds of the Club World Championship. If we mess this up, this whole extra season, where we didn't win the league and didn't win the Champions League, has been for nothing. It's quite important that we don't mess this up. Hello and welcome to part 168 of Bourne Again. I'm Kevin. Coming up on today's episode, at the very least, we face Manchester United in the quarter-final of the Club World Cup, and hopefully we go at least one better to fill out today's episode and face somebody else in the semi-final. All the English teams are still in it, so us, Tottenham, Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, joined by SEP as a Brazilian team, Paris Saint-Germain and Barcelona, who didn't even qualify properly. Barcelona are in because they're the Spanish champions and had to come through the preliminary rounds. So why are Barcelona here? It's ridiculous. This is the team we're putting out there to face Manchester United. It's about as full strength as we can do. Lee Cook is still injured. Addo, Nixon Burke, Sebastião, Giroud, they're all off on international duty still. So this is about as close to full strength as we can do until at least the semi-final, when 3 of the 4 who are off on internationals come back. Although, to be fair, none of Nixon Burke, Sebastião or Giroud would be expected to just walk straight into this side. So the only one we're really waiting on is Cook, and Addo, who definitely misses the entire tournament because he's off with Ghana at the African Cup of Nations until the 20th of July. So our team: Mendoza in goal, a back four of Guiladucci, Da Silva, Diaz and Arango. Bonilla at the base of the midfield, Steinman and Lubinkovic ahead of him, Calderon and Senajaki supporting Domenico up front. Let's get into the game. Interestingly, when I clicked on quick pick, as I so often do before a match to see what my assistant manager thinks I should do, apparently I should be playing Arango in central midfield and playing Foose, which doesn't seem right to me because in the 3 or 4 years that Arango has been at the club, he's never played anywhere other than right back. So to play him in central midfield in a game such as this all that would tell you is that I have messed up and not got enough central midfielders at the club now. And that's something I would never admit to. Although, to be fair, we've got Laval, we've got Agostino, we've got Brazanio. Obviously, Addo is knocking around as well. We've got Giroud, who's away on international duty. So there is some decent depth there. It's just a lot of them aren't really able to play today. Bonilla then plays it across to Da Silva. Da Silva to Guiladucci. And Manchester United are one of those strangely frustrating teams who've not really been competitive domestically for years, but somehow still get themselves in stuff like this, because every now and again they just turn up in a European competition. Lubinkovic, I think, was fouled there. We had about 3 different attempts at forcing the ball past the keeper, and it never even entered the penalty area. Calderon is in here, and that is a good effort from Calderon, and we get our first, well, it's not our first corner of the game, it's apparently our third, or a second maybe, but it's the first one that's been worthy of a highlight. But it only goes as far as the first defender for Manchester United from the Senajaki corner. So 28 minutes on the clock, and it's with Domenico, who plays it to Senajaki, who's got space to run into. This is reminiscent of the Champions League final, but this time he plays it off to Lubinkovic. It was a heavy pass, and Lubinkovic wasn't quite up there with him. I don't know why Senajaki didn't just take the shot. When we've seen him score that exact goal in the past, I think he was trying to maybe level up even further and make it look even more spectacular than the goal he scored in the Champions League final by playing a pass to somebody who he should never have passed to. The only problem is the guy he was passing to, he shouldn't have passed to. Da Silva now, the man leading a counter-attack, as he charges forward. He's got Domenico ahead of him. He's got Arango wide of him. He finds Arango, who's going to look to get across in here, I think. Tries to, but it's blocked. It falls to Bonilla. Back to Diaz, although it's a really sloppy pass, and it was kind of between Diaz and Da Silva, and Manchester United with the chance for a break here, although Diaz has done some good defensive work after his initial error to force the player wide and avoid the shot. So half-time then. We still owe Manchester United after what happened in our last game. I think our last game was in the FA Cup. They knocked us out of the FA Cup, I think, in the quarter-final this season. It might have actually been a little bit earlier than that. But I'm pretty sure Manchester United in the FA Cup is one of those games where we just stuck the reserves out because at the time we were still trying to win the Champions League and the Premier League. That didn't exactly turn out well for us. So we're full strength today as we look to pull off a victory. Interestingly, 72,000 people in attendance, less than 15,000 are away fans, which I guess is Manchester United. What it doesn't tell us is how many are home fans, because presumably for a competition like this one, there's a lot of neutrals in as well. But if that's a genuine illustration of how many home fans are here, there's like 60,000 Bourne fans in the building, which is ridiculous. Cerner Jackie has picked up a knock, I think, as has Labinkovic. They're both going to have to come off. Cerner Jackie is probably very urgent as well, because when we see him drop down to 62% conditioning, all the alarm bells start ringing. We're going to bring Agostino on. We're going to bring Brezzanio on and play him there, and that will do for now. It still feels like we're operating on a very small squad, which I guess we are, but I don't remember it getting this small. Cerner Jackie charging forward, this time does elect to have the shot, and it's straight at their keeper. We've had 4 clear-cut chances to United's 0 today. We really should be ahead in this game, and it feels like it's going to be one of those that just gives us a short, sharp kick in the nuts with a Manchester United breakaway goal at some point. Right. I am going to do what my assistant manager thought I should have done. We're going to take off Domenico. We're going to put Brezzanio up front. We're going to put Arango there. Let's see if he's any good. Foose can come on. It gets Brezzanio up front. Domenico's not had a good game at all. We've got a lot of players who are tiring, but then so have United. We're playing a lot of games very close together, and I think tiredness and probably the injuries that are going to be caused as a result of tiredness is going to become more and more of a factor as this tournament goes on. Hopefully, we'll be in the tournament to experience that. Steinman to Arango, who doesn't understand what's going on. He's playing in central midfield. I hope he's practiced doing that at some point in his life, because he's certainly never done it for me before. He's done quite well there, though, to keep hold of the ball. And Arango doesn't really know what to do, gives it to Gilarducci, who's equally confused because he's a right-footed left-back. Bonilla now playing it. That's it. That's the second time today Bonilla has done exactly that. What is he doing? It's like he's never played as a deep-lying playmaker before, but he has. He's been our player of the year several times playing in that role. What is wrong with him today? Is he trying to engineer a move to Manchester United? Absolutely ridiculous. Steinman now to Diaz. Diaz forward to Agostino, brings it down nicely. Brezzanio's ahead of him. Agostino's going on his own. Can he shoot? He can, but it doesn't go past the goalkeeper. That's now 5 clear-cut chances, and it's now Gilarducci looking for the long throw. I don't think there's extra time in this tournament. I think it goes straight to penalties, but I am making that up. So there's every chance that things could go on and on and on, yet Mendoza is keeping us in this game late on. I know we've had all of the chances in the early part of the game. United have had several chances to win it in these last 10 minutes, and we're clinging on through Mendoza, but I do think if it goes to extra time, there's only going to be one winner. I don't think it's going to be us. De Silva plays it infield to Bonilla. Bonilla back to De Silva again. Now Steinman. Steinman to Foose. First we've really seen a Foose, the best right back in the world, plays it forward, looking to Brezzanio, but can't find him, and the ball's gone over the top of Arango, and Manchester United are coming at us again. Arango with a wild attempt at a slide tackle that luckily is so poor it doesn't get anywhere near the player, but United are coming at us again, and we just seem utterly powerless to stop it, and it's been coming for so long, and that's probably the last goal you're going to see in the entire series. This is not the way for it to end, but I think what we've learned here is when you win the Champions League and you plan to go on and become all-conquering world champions, don't take that as your cue to sell 5 first-team players and play with the youth, because then the youth aren't there. It might have worked if it hadn't been for the youth all being off playing in front for the under-21s for their various countries. But without them, we've just been on a tiny squad. It's been disastrous. De Silva with the last gasp, last-ditch effort to try and keep us in the tournament, but it very much seems like it's not to be. And I think is it even a dream? Did anyone really care? Probably not. I did more than probably anybody, but it looks like the dream of winning this tournament is over. A little bit prematurely as well. But what are we going to do? Not playing this again. That's what we're going to do. We're never going to attempt this again. Sometimes you attempt stuff at the end of a series and it works. The Expedition of Gold we did a few years ago. Lots of fun. Playing on for a couple of extra clubs in non-league to legend this year. Lots of fun. adding an extra season onto this save rather than just stopping with the Champions League feels like it's going to leave a little bit of a bitter taste in the mouth. I don't think I've ever ended a series with anything other than a victory and a celebration before. This feels weird. But there's no point doing another season. Oh. Well, we do still have the opportunity to end in glory because we've got the World Cup still to come, which is where we're going to have to pick things up from the next episode. It probably won't be tomorrow. I'm looking at my calendar now. So this is Friday's video. We'll probably do the World Cup starting from Monday. So I think we'll miss a video tomorrow. But the World Cup will start from Monday. And then hopefully we'll win it. Imagine if we don't even qualify. This could be the anticlimax of all anticlimaxes. I'm ashamed of myself. If you've enjoyed that, please make sure you leave a nice big thumbs up on there for me. Subscribe to the channel for daily Football Manager videos apart from tomorrow, unless I think of something to fill the gap with. And thank you very much for watching.